Hey guys, I am here with a writing vlog. It is Spooky Noodles, and yeah, this is gonna be a short video because I didn't really do a lot of writing today. But I got my friend Chester here. Say hi, Chester. That's Chester. He's a good tortoise, and he's just gonna sit on my laptop while I talk. Sorry, I heard Squirt in the other room. So basically, the little guy's just so cool. I love Chester so much. His face is kind of shedding a little bit. Tortoises don't really shed, but sometimes they get a little flaky. So I don't know if that's normal or not. I think it's normal. He's been adorable lately, so I thought I'd bring him out and show it to you guys. Chester is my tortoise. If you don't know what a tortoise is, it's every time I raise my arm, he flinches. That's kind of weird. I don't ever strike you, Chester. Why you act like this? Anyways, oh, I just blew a big gust of wind in his face. I am sorry about that, though. He's gulping like crazy. I don't think he likes being on my laptop very much. But, he's a cool little guy. Say hi, Chester. I'm Chester. He's a really cool tortoise. He's one of the best pets I've ever owned, and he's survived the longest than I've ever had a pet for. I owned 2 geckos in the past, and I really loved one of the geckos a lot. It was a crested gecko. I loved the gecko to death, but he didn't make it. I bought a second gecko, and that gecko scared the my gecko Nuzzy, and shortly after it would like bite the other gecko and stuff like that, and would be like really dominant. Like he'd really be like, everyone get away from me. He didn't like me the most, but he didn't like my other gecko, which is weird. I don't know what Chester's doing right now. He's trying to eat the sticker on my laptop. I have a sticker of a wolf, and I don't think he likes it very much. Anyways, I lost the gecko. The gecko died. It died very shortly after I received it in the mail. And I didn't know why it died, and I did a lot of research, and it turns out that, you can't eat that sticker. You can't eat the sticker. I never seen him I never set him on my laptop before, but he's being adorable. He's trying to eat the sticker. You can't eat the sticker, buddy. Gecko passed away because of the frigid environment that was surrounding us in January that year. Oh, he's scratching his head. I'm sorry, I love my tortoise. Anyways, the gecko died because of the frigid environment. It basically didn't survive the shipping, and then I had it for a few days, and he just died. I thought, getting him in the cage and well adjusted would fix everything, but it didn't. Trying to get this piece of hair off. Chester, there we go. He didn't like that very much. This is the best pet I've ever had, other than Lula. Lula and Chester are on the same field. I don't want to talk too loud because I don't want Lula getting jealous. But Lula's in her cage because she was a bad girl, so she's in a 5-minute little timeout. So, yep, that's what she gets. Otherwise, for some reason, Nuzzy was my gecko's name. I didn't even have time to name the other gecko. He just died right away after, like, the day after I got him, he died. So it wasn't my doing. Like, I didn't, starve it to death or anything like that. But unfortunately, that's what happened to my other gecko. He starved to death. I don't know what happened. He was eating fine one day, and then he just decided to stop eating. I tried to force feed him, but he wouldn't eat. I tried to leave him alone with food, and he wouldn't eat it. I gave him tons of water, but he rarely drank, and he just kind of slowly killed himself. So that was really sad. I have tons of videos of when he was healthy, and I read online could have been a few things that happened to my crested gecko. When you introduce another reptile into the cage, sometimes they can get stressed out and refuse to eat and drink, and that's the most likely situation I think I had on my hands. So I should have never got that second gecko, or else my crested gecko probably would still be alive. Because like I said, he was eating fine. He was eating perfectly fine and drinking perfectly fine. I was buying him high-end food and a bunch of fruits that he liked. But that's besides the point. I'm showing you guys Chester because Chester has been in my life for almost 2 years now. And he's been in my life a little longer than... Why are you eating the sticker? I'm about to pick him up in a second here as soon as he calms down, because right now he's trying to eat the sticker. You must think it's like some kind of food, I don't know. He's being really... Oh, you know what? The wolf kind of does look like Timothy Hay. So maybe that's what he thinks it is. He doesn't eat Timothy Hay because my family's allergic. So they were like really allergic to hay. So, you know, I don't feed my tortoise hay. Maybe one day when I move out on my own, maybe I'll give him hay, but right now his favorite food is watermelon. He loves watermelon. And then I also got him these little pellets, these little pellet treats that he loves. Oh, he devours these little things. And then his normal food is just this dry food that I got from PetSmart. He likes it a lot. In fact, that reminds me that I gotta refill his bowl soon. Excuse me. But let me grab the little guy again, so I can show you him. That's Chester. He's a Greek tortoise, so he's not going to get much bigger than this. Although I do expect him to get a little bigger. But overall, he's a pretty big tortoise. Well, not big, but I mean, he's as big as he's probably going to get, honestly. But I think he's going to get a little bit bigger. I hope he gets a little bit bigger. Because this is really small, and I expected to be at least a size of my hand, but I look at videos and I never see these guys get really big. So, yeah, when I first found out about tortoises, I saw how big they get, and I was like really worried, but I really wanted a tortoise. So I did my research, and I found out that these guys, these Greek tortoises, I keep wanting to say marginated tortoise, but I don't think he's a marginated tortoise. They don't get very big, and it's pretty cool. I think he's about to bite me. But anyways, that's Chester. I'm gonna put him away. So I'll be right back. That was Chester, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed Chester's little visit. He doesn't make appearances on my YouTube channel very often, not as much as Lula does. Lula just loves being the star of the show. But Chester, he's always locked up in his cage. Well, not locked up. His cage is open, like there's no ceiling. But he's always cooped up in his little terrarium, and sometimes he likes to get out and walk around. In the summertime, I take him outside and let him eat grass. Fortunately, I'm afraid a bird's gonna get him, so I stay very close to him because I know a bird would love to snatch. I don't like birds. That's one thing I don't like is birds. I'm both, like, some birds I just don't like. Other birds I actually have a fear of, like parrots. I'm actually kind of afraid of parrots. Not because they can talk, like, not because they're like sentient, but because I just don't like the way they fly. The bigger the bird, the scarier I think it is. The smaller the bird, I can deal with small birds, but they're really fast, so they fly really fast, and it scares me. Just anything that really flies scares me. Like bugs scare me, birds scare me. That's all I can think of that can fly. Squirrels, flying squirrels, and what's the nocturnal one? I can't remember the really cute ones that are nocturnal that oh, I almost got one because they were so cute, but then I did research and found that I think it might have been too difficult for me to take care of, because a lot of these exotic animals take like a lot of you know, like with Chester, I can put him in his cage, put food in there and water, leave for 5 days, come back, and he'll be perfectly fine. Whereas, like, if I got another exotic animal, like a snake or something, you have to worry about them not eating and stuff like that. I mean, you have to worry about that with tortoises, but tortoises are like my spirit animal. They just are kind of, you know, lazy fat asses, so I'm explaining myself, that's me, but my tortoise is basically the same. All he does is eat and sleep, and that's what I wish I could do all day, is eat and sleep, which is what I kind of did today. But I did do some writing. This is a writing vlog, isn't it? So basically, I wrote a little bit in my book, Symbiotic. I'm up to 34,500 words. But the thing that I worked on a lot today, excuse me, was this short story that I'm working on for a contest. Oh, it's a little contest, not a big one. It's Books of Horror Authors Central Facebook page. I think her name's Eleanor. I can't remember at the top of my head, but she's hosting a short story contest, and the winner gets a $10 Amazon gift card. So I thought I'd work on a little bit of a story and enter, and maybe I could win a gift card. But I think my story, like I started writing my story and I started really getting into it. At first I was just like throwing stuff together, I wasn't really trying, but then I started really getting into it, and then I realized I took a dark turn, and a turn that I don't ever really step over. And I'm kind of worried. I'm not Richard Lehman, so I'm not great at writing this type of stuff, but I'm trying to write something that will aggravate people. At the same time, I don't want to aggravate people. But yeah, I'm basically creating a character that you hate, you know, and I'm trying to make you hate the guy. And then when he gets his comeuppance, you feel this great feeling inside you, you know. That's what the whole story is about. The story is called Roadkill, but I'm thinking about changing it to something silly like Radioactive Possum. I don't know, I haven't really decided, but basically that's what that title basically explains the whole story. This guy who's on the run, this not vigilante, no, nothing like a vigilante. This guy, what's the word? See, this is why it hasn't been a great writing day. I can't think of words. This fugitive is on the run after raping a woman, and he's driving as far as he can to avoid authorities. He's raped 3 women, and he is killed 2. And he has this newfound passion for killing things, but it's always been inside him. He's killed cats at a young age, and he just it excites him. One day he's driving on the road, and he sees a possum in his headlights, eyes glowing green. And before that, he passes by a radioactive tanker that is split open and pouring iridescent, making the water iridescent with its chemicals. And he just passes it without batting an eye. He just says, "Wow, that guy's screwed. He's fired." So he drives by. Then he sees the possum, and he purposely runs over it and kills it. And then he picks it up, throws it in the back seat, drives a little bit, then sets up tent and his portable grill out and cooks the possum. So while he's enjoying the possum, that's when things go down. You know, I'm telling about how terrible this person is, how terrible of a person he is. I wanted him to be like a scumbag, like a really big scumbag, but it's hard to portray it without getting personal, you know what I mean? Not personal, like taking my flaws and putting it into him, but like, I forgot where I was going with this. I want him to make him a scumbag without, like, offending anyone. So, hold on one second. Alright, I'm back. Sorry. So I don't want to offend anyone, but at the same time, I'm trying to make a scumbag, so I'm not trying to get any, like, into politics or anything like that, so I'm trying to stay away from that stuff. But I'm writing a story that I'm enjoying. I just have this nagging feeling that I'm getting too, like, Richard Lehman-y with the, story. Like, I don't want to, you know, like, really upset people, but at the same time, I'm trying to write a horror story here, so. But it's called Roadkill. Basically what happens is he gets jumped by a pack of possums. Say that 2 times fast. Pack of possums. That's actually fun to say. He basically, I'm gonna go into great detail on how they rip him open and eat him, and you know, all this junk. And I think it's a fun little story. It might be too real at times, and not real, but it's a touchy subject, to be honest, and I'm thinking about reeling it back a little bit and just making him a scumbag in other ways. But for now, I'm leaving it as it is. I hope it's fine. I know I'm gonna upset someone, but I don't know. $10 is $10. I know I don't expect to win the $10, but there's a lot of good authors on the Facebook page. Much better authors than me. And yeah. I don't know where to end this, so I'm just gonna end this writing vlog by saying I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys had a good day and a spooky night. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Now I am become death.